different things where some different guys are in different spots, but at the end of the day, it's about getting the best 11 on the field, and I think we got a really, really talented group and a lot of young guys behind them, so we have a lot of versatility and flexibility so we can plug and play different guys at different spots.
How do you think putting Lokeni there at the middle linebacker strengthens that trio the most?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have three guys like that, talented like that, big-time players, is always going to help, that group. And Lokeni's a guy that's kind of ahead of his time here. He's a guy everybody respects. He's come right in the door, obviously being a very heralded recruit here, and he's lived up to that every day. And he's just continued to work, and he made it hard for us to keep him off the field. So that's why you see him out there garnering that starting position where he makes all the calls and it's not an issue at all. So he's doing a fantastic job, and I'm really excited about this group.
It seems like you have some other good options too with Breland and Deshaun when he gets back, and
Yep.
Chris Barnes.
Yep.
So you feel like you got lots of depth?
Yeah,
and
we got a
options?
ton of depth. We got 8 freshmen and sophomores, so I mean we got a lot of young, very talented, very big, athletic kids that are in the program that'll continue to get better.
You talked in spring about how you like how Mike progressed throughout spring. How do you think, has he met your expectations so far in camp with his progression?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. He just every day he does something, he gets a little bit better. Right now it's just about his eyes and his feet, and just getting a better feel for what we're doing defensively, because truly this is his first training camp. And he's starting to get a little bit tired, but he's pushing through that, and that's really encouraging. He's going to be a big-time player for us.
One of the main things you talked about was his conditioning and getting that to a certain point even before fall camp. And he got to that point. He's at a good way right now, or do you want him to lose another?
Yeah, I want him to lose a little bit more. He's about 7 or 8 pounds off. I want him right around the 248. Anywhere under 248 will be good. And just continue to work through, all the issues, and it's a progression. Like I said, he's just a freshman. I mean, I wanted, for him to come out there and be able to, do all the great things that he was doing in high school right now, but unfortunately it doesn't necessarily work that way, and it's a process, and he's really committed to that. I think we have him stabilized, and right now we're just building him up. So that was the main thing for me, just to get him stabilized, get him here every day, and then from there we'll start building him, and that's where we're at right now.
I feel like you guys have a pretty robust competition at punter right now. But what do you see on those two guys?
I see a lot of inconsistency. That's what I'm searching for, just consistency in them. I mean, you'll see just beautiful booming punts sometimes, and then you'll see a 25-yard punt. So that's just what we've been stressing with both of those guys, is just continue to develop the consistency and help, help us control the field position battle throughout the game, because obviously last year that was an issue for us.
And then with Molson, Coach Moore was saying he had talked to Morton Anderson quite a bit, taking a lot of notes. Do you see some payoff there with that?
Absolutely. He seems more mature, more calm. He's growing up right before our very eyes, and I think he has a very bright future. He's having a big-time camp so far.
What do you like about Darnay at the punt returner spot?
I think he's electric. He's a guy that's fearless, and I think he's a guy, as he continues to learn, he's going to be able to make great decisions back there, because obviously the first thing is ball security, make great decisions, and then once he does get the ball in his hands, I think he can be a very dynamic returner for us.
Is it unusual to see a guy that fearless as a true freshman like he is?
Yeah, he's just like a man. I mean, you watch him out there, I mean, everybody's going in, getting in the tub, getting in the shower, maybe weighing in or whatever, and he's over there just working on his craft, and you don't really see that a lot out of a true freshman. So he was doing that all through the spring, and it's a testament to how he was kind of brought up.
Going back to the defense, you guys went through the entire spring camp. You had Kenny in the middle and Josh at will. What about the first couple days of camp from Lokeni made you decide that you needed to make a change and it was going to make you guys better?
Just how he goes about his business every day, how he was managing things, throughout the first couple practices. And I tell all those guys, make it so we cannot leave you off the field. It's the same kind of conversation that we had with Jayon Brown. I mean, he was just coming along, and it was inevitable. I mean, eventually we had to have him out there, and that's kind of what's going on with Lokeni. He's just continued to push, and he's in the right spots. He makes all the calls for us out there. He's like a man, and everybody really respects him, and he'd be a guy that's a future captain around here for a long time.
Kenny Young was saying that he projects better at will in the NFL. How do you guys balance what's best for the team this year versus what's best for the individual in their kind of NFL pursuits?
Well, we don't really even factor any what the NFL thinks of him at all. At the end of the day, it's about getting the best 11 on the field, and fortunately for us, and it's a big philosophy of mine in terms of how I recruit guys and the type of prospects that I identify, is just to have that versatility to be able to slide guys around, because as you guys know, guys will get hurt, so you don't want a guy that can just do one thing. So I'm always looking for guys that can play multiple positions, can play out in space, and obviously we have those guys here to where now you can mix and match and try to get the best 11 on the field.